you got a lot of secrets, and I ain't finna be one of them.
If I was anywhere, I was protected. Were you?
Tell me what you want. Please don't give up on me.
What I want can't be bought.
Down in the valley, baby.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love P-Valley, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about P-Valley Season 2, Episode 8. This is the final prediction. So down below, I want you guys to let me know exactly what do you think is going to happen in tonight's episode of P-Valley. I cannot wait. We already know it is about to go down. Now the title of the episode is called The Death Drop. And the description of the episode reads, people across Chucalissa fight for what's theirs, while others struggle to accept things that they can't change. So those are the key elements of this episode. Not a whole lot of detail, but we will go over some of the promotional pictures and maybe we'll get a little bit more intel on what's going to happen in this next episode. And after we go over those promotional pictures, we will go over the trailer one last time to give those final predictions for episode 8. So let's jump right into it. In this promotional picture right here, we got Big Bone and Diamond, and you already know this is going to be a crazy storyline between the two. The fan theory was she cannot be trusted and she may be working for Montavious, and she's back to try to seek revenge. We saw how she was looking at that ring, so hopefully in episode 8 we get a little bit more intel on if Big Bone is really moving that way. Now also we see the return of your girl Roulette, and I think she's going to be turning up in this episode, y'all. Plain and simple. And of course, it seems like her and Whisper, they're going to be going through some things. We're going to talk about that in the final predictions portion of this video. And in this promotional picture right here, we got Out All Night. Now, the rumor is maybe something's going to be going on with Andre that, you know, it's going to have everybody talking. So that's what we're going to have to look out for in this episode. We also got the promotional picture right here of your boy Wody. And I believe he was supposed to be setting up the whole funeral for Big Teak with Little Murder, so maybe we'll see that in this episode. Now we got Big L and Duffy, they're back, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you already know they ain't up to no good. The club is supposed to be reopening once again, and I got a feeling these two will be up to no good, and something is gonna happen as far as them hustling. That whole storyline will be exposed, or something major is gonna happen, in my opinion. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. Now also we see Uncle Cliff having a conversation with Corbin. We know these two go back, they have a history, whatever. They've been knowing each other for a long time. Most likely, I'm thinking your boy Corbin is trying to get some intel. We know Corbin really wants to sell the club, and at the same time, he's having issues with his brother Wayne Cal. Now in this pic right here, Little Murder is looking like he's concerned about something. I told you guys he's supposed to be, you know, setting up the whole funeral thing with Wody for Big Teak. I'm thinking we're going to see that, but at the same time, we know it's going to be some issues with Pico and Maine returning in this episode, so we may see a war. Now, in this pic right here, we see your girl Mercedes. She is walking the dog. We know this is around the time she's going to run into Maine, and we're going to see that connection as far as that whole exclusive clip that they released. Now, Out All Night, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets closer to selling the club. At the same time, she's supposed to be preparing for the club to reopen again. And in this picture right here, we see Uncle Cliff and Little Murder. We already know what this conversation is about. And it's about Uncle Cliff and Little Murder's relationship getting put out to the world, which we know is going to be difficult. So let's go over the trailer one last time to give those final predictions. Down below, you guys let me know exactly what you think is going to happen in episode 8. Now, this will be a difficult conversation between Uncle Cliff and Little Murder about the whole secret coming out. My final predictions for this is, I won't be surprised if it doesn't come out. Little Murder will be dealing with the whole Big Teak thing, and I want to know if he's going to finally tell Uncle Cliff about Big Teak. We know he was about to in the last episode, but it didn't happen. You guys let me know how y'all see that all playing out. Now, my final predictions on this storyline. This is the storyline that a lot of people have been talking about as far as they don't really care about it. Now, I do think the outcome of this storyline would have a major impact on everybody as far as the casino and if Wayne Cal can become mayor. My final predictions is Wayne will, of course, check his brother, let him know, I don't care what happens. As long as this casino comes and I win mayor, I'm good. We know Corbin is backing Andre, so expect to see some family issues. Now, My final predictions for Derek. You already know we don't like Derek. Don't nobody like Derek. And once again, we're going to see him cry and talking about, how he's trying. He wants to keep Keyshawn and stuff like that. Look, we're tired of seeing this each and every week from this dude. He, repeats the same exact thing he's been doing. So if Keyshawn is smart, she does not take any of this. And hopefully she finally makes that move to get Derek up out of here. And with the help of Auto Knight, I think that can actually happen. And don't be surprised if you see Keyshawn pop back up at Club Pink and go to where it all started. She feels free at that club when she's out there dancing. She feels like she's at the top of the world. But you already know Derek will have some issues with that, especially based on what we saw in the past. And speaking of Club Pink, we know the club is supposed to reopen once again, and I believe that's what we're going to be seeing. We know Big Bone, everybody's going to be returning. We want to see if Big Bone is really up to no good, hopefully. Also, we know Uncle Cliff is going to be there. Got Duffy there. I told y'all, Duffy and Big L, they're going to be on that mess, man. Don't be surprised if you see them getting into it or something does happen within that whole storyline. And also, we will be getting the return of your girl Roulette alongside Whisper. You guys let me know what you think about this whole storyline. We know it was some tension in the air a few episodes back between the two. Some jealousy going on, right? And I think this whole storyline is definitely going to blow up between the two. And Roulette better watch Whisper's every move because she's a character that you can't underestimate. And based on what we know about her as far as her special abilities, I won't be surprised if she uses it for her advantage. Now, my final predictions for Jericho making his return alongside Maine and most likely Pico. The title of the episode is called The Death Drop. Some of you guys stated that the Death Drop is a stripper move. So it could be a stripper that gets dropped off in this episode. Then again, it can be somebody else that gets dropped off in this episode based on this shootout that may take place. And we talked about Jericho, him being connected to Pico and Maine's gang. We know most likely we're going to see him in the next episode. I broke it down for you guys earlier on in the week. So I'm expecting it to be some type of drama between Pico, his boy Jericho, and Maine in this episode. And you already know they got issues with HVH. They got issues with Little Murder's gang. Now, I broke it down telling you guys that I believe it is this Jericho character that's going to be pulling out that strap, and expect it to be war. That's the early predictions. That is the final predictions that is going to go down in this episode. We're going to see a lot of action, and I want to know if it's going to be any type of connection to Big Teek's funeral. If we end up getting it, I just believe it's going to be some drama between those two gangs. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. And also, what y'all think about your boy Maine making his return. I think he's going to have a huge influence on what's going to go down in this episode. They're supposed to be throwing a block party for him. And I won't be surprised after this block party is where we see all the drama unfold. Or it could be somewhere else. Now, Little Murder is in the studio. I got a feeling he's going to drop another banger, right? On top of that, we know he has the track with Tina Snow. It's out, and his name is blowing up even more. My question is, if Little Murder is going to be all right, this whole secret coming out could affect his career for the good or for the bad. We know he will be going through a lot in this episode, dealing with that at the same time, dealing with, finally saying goodbye or his final goodbyes to Big Teek. That's going to be a tough one for him, a very emotional episode for Little Murder. But if that war jump off, he got to be ready. He got to be ready, man. His whole crew, they got to be ready for what's to come. But y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen in episode 8, titled The Death Drop. As I told you guys, a lot of you was mentioning how the Death Drop is a stripper move. So somebody could get dropped off at the strip club. It could be a stripper, or it could be someone else. I just know I'm expecting the whole episode to be action-packed, and I cannot wait to see it. You don't want to miss episode 8. I'm going to tell you that right now. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. As I told you, leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below. We will continue to talk about P-Valley Season 2. We will be, going over the quick thoughts, early impressions of episode 8 after it airs tonight. So stay tuned for it. But thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.